What happened in the world that made this shift to how so prominent? What is it that made us, because behind how is really a whole set of technologies which make us all so transparent, which make our hows, when we get them right and wrong, so much clearer to ourselves and to others. What happened?
Well, simply put, we've been connected. We live in a hyper-connected world. In fact, we've been connected up faster than we as human beings have found frameworks and languages to understand each other. We are asked to collaborate with people, and some of them think that a cow is a sacred object, and other people think it's lunch later on today. And we don't speak common languages, and yet we are part of global supply chains. Now, in a connected world, those who make powerful connections are the ones getting ahead. Those who can relate to others, who can who can build trust in their relationship with suppliers and colleagues. Well, making powerful connections is about how we relate and collaborate with others. That's about how we do what we do, not about what we do. So simply put, in a connected world, those who make connections win. Making connections is all about how we do what we do.
But there's something prior to that. There's a level of transparency now.
Right.
Where did that fit into all of this?
Well, we're transparent because we're connected.
Right.
Now, we used to think that information is king because we can control it. Companies, fall in love with Joe Camel, the Marlboro Man, Ronald McDonald. We don't need to tell you about hydrogen peroxide. Blondes have more fun. That's why you should dye your hair. Today, what's in those chemicals? Because we can look through. And this is a message for our kids. So we think we can control the message. But information today is like a toddler. It goes everywhere, gets into everything, and can't be controlled. And the point to keep in mind is we all crafted that perfect resume. We could control our life story. Here's
let's stop there. Just for 1 second. I want to set up that point. Because when I got out of college, when you got out of college, applied for my first job, I wrote up a resume.
Right.
I got to write my own resume. Sure. Got to tell my own story. It was all true, but I got to write it. Right. Emphasize certain things, de-emphasize others. How about today? Somebody comes to apply to you for a job. What's new today?
You can write your resume, but it will be pushed aside. People will blow right past it because it's before I read your resume because it was the most efficient thing I could do. How else could I find out information about you? Today, I can more efficiently Google you, go onto MySpace and see what you write about yourself, what your friends say about you. Forget about saying that's the semester that the dog ate my homework. If you were out partying, another friend is saying, didn't we have fun that semester? So your resume is being written about you. So how do we turn these conditions to our advantage? We have to understand that if our resume is being written about us, we don't get to tell our story, it's being told. Our story today is how we live our lives. That's our resume, how we live our lives, how we make decisions, how we say what we mean what we say, how we follow through, when we don't, how we apologize, how we treat others.
Because in a world where everyone has a cell phone with a camera, everyone's a paparazzi. In a world where everyone has a blog, everyone's a reporter. In a world where everyone has access to YouTube, everyone's a filmmaker. Now, when everyone's a paparazzi, a reporter, and a filmmaker, everyone else is a public figure, leaving digital footprints everywhere. That's really what you're saying. Therefore, your hows are going to be etched in stone from a very early age.
I talk about persistence of memory. In many ways, what's old is new again. But what's old matters more today than it ever did. I mean, many years ago, people found themselves in small towns. They understood the currency of their reputation. Anything they did stayed within the town forever. I mean, if a few town elders died off, maybe they took some secrets with them. But for the most part, we understood that the most precious possession we have is our reputation.
What happened in Peoria stayed in
Peoria. Then the world became disconnected. We could reinvent ourselves. Quack doctors could move to the next town. And we stopped earning our reputation because we focused on what we did, efficiency, bottom line, speed, etc. In a connected world, we're back to that small town. And this time, nothing gets erased. It actually stays forever. So in many ways, what's old is new, but doubly so.